Hello friends, today we'll learn how to calculate Amsha Ayu or Amsayu in longevity. It is another important method to determine the longevity, and this method is applied on the horoscope when Lagna is very strong. In this method we need to calculate few things. One Navamsha grants 1 year of life, and all 7 planets plus Lagna contribute to the age based on the Navamsha completed by each of them. And these are the steps. The method is: first you convert the full longitude of the planet and Lagna into minute, then divide each longitude which you have converted into minute by 200 and note the answer. If the quotient is more than 12, means if when after dividing if you get the value which is greater than 12, then you expulge the multiple of 12s from it, and whatever will be the remainder after the expulsion of multiple of 12 will be the gross age contributed by the planet. And after the completion of this gross age, we have to do the Bharan Sanskar, means whatever value the planet has given as the gross age, then we have to do the Bharan, means we are adding. And after doing that, we need to apply the Haran Sanskar. And what after doing the Bharans and Harans, whatever will be the final value, that will be the Amsayu, and then we convert it to solar years. There are certain rules for the Bharan. First, the Bharan is that if a planet is exalted or retrograde in D1, multiply the age provided, means whatever is the gross age, but we have to multiply it by 3. This is rule number 1. Rule number 2 is if a planet is in own sign in D1 or D9 or in D3, it is in or the planet is Vargottam, then multiply the provided age by 2. First is if it is exalted or retrograde in D1, multiply the age by 3. Second rule is if the planet is in own sign in D1 or D9 or in own sign in D3 or planet is Vargottam, then multiply the provided age by 2. We calculate these things individually. Whatever Bharan is higher, we apply only that. And similarly for the Haran, there are three types of Haran applicable, but we have to apply only the highest Haran and other Harans are ignored. And Harans are applied after Bharan on the each planet. So first is Chakrapath Haran. Chakrapath Haran is same. Whatever planets are in the visible half from 7th house to 12th house. If it is malefic and present in the 12th house, then we reduce complete age to 0. If it is in the 11th house, we'll reduce it by half. If it is in the 10th house, we reduce it by one third. If it is in the ninth house, we reduce it by one fourth. If it is in the 8th house, one fifth. And if it is in the 7th house, one sixth. Similarly, if the benefic planets are in 12th house, we reduce it by half. If it is in 11th house, we reduce it by one fourth. It is in the 10th house by one sixth, ninth house one eighth, 8th house one tenth, and 7th house one twelfth. When there are more than, and these are the rules for Chakravatharan. When there are more than one planet in one house, then only the strongest suffer, and the strongest is decided by the Shadbal. Rahu Ketu are not considered in this when we are considering conjunction or the planet placed in the visible half. Malefics are Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. Malefics are Sun, Mars, and Saturn. Loss is in the proportion of gross age contributed by that particular planet. Next is Astangatharan. Astangat means when the planet reach very near to Sun, means when the planet is combust. So if moon, it is moon and moon in direct motion within 12 degree, Mars is within 17 degree, Mercury within 14 degree, Venus within 10 degree, Jupiter within 11 degree, and Saturn within 15 degree. And in retrograde motion only Mercury and Venus can get combust within 12 degree for Mercury and within 8 degree for Venus. And the rule is combust planet loses half of the gross age granted by it, and Venus and Saturn are exempted from this Haran. And if there are more than one planet getting combust, then both will suffer. Third Haran is Shatru Kshetra Haran. It is when a planet is placed in inimical sign, then it loses one third of the gross age granted by that planet. Enemy for Sun is Venus and Saturn. For Moon, no enemy. Mars if placed in Mercury zodiac. Mercury in the moon sign, that is Cancer. Jupiter in Mercury and Venus, Venus in moon and sun sign, and Saturn in moon, sun, and Mars sign. This Heron is not applicable on retrograde planet. One important thing to note is in Amshayu, Krurude Heron is not applicable on Amshayu. So let's take the example of Smt Indira Gandhi Ji and calculate the Amshayu. Same date of birth 1911, 1917, 2311 is the time of birth and place of birth is Allahabad. And this is the D1 chart. The first step is to convert the full longitude of planet including Lagna into minute. So longitude of Sun is 7 sign past 4 degree 7 arc minute. So it is written here. So 7 sign into 30 into 60 because one sign is 30 degree and 1 degree is having 60 minutes. 4 into 60 plus 7. So this is the value. Now the second step is whatever value you have received divide it by 200. So we are receiving 64.235. So 64 is greater than 12. So we will expulge the multiple of 12. So 12 5s are 60. So we expulge or subtract 60 from it. So we are receiving 4.235. So the gross age granted by Sun is 4.235 years. Similarly, Moon is 9 sign past 5 degree 37 arc minute. So we convert it, we receive 16,537. If we divide it by 200, we receive 82.685. Again, it is greater than 12, so we expel the multiple of 12 from it. So we subtract 72, then we are getting 10.685. So Moon contribute 10.685 years. Mars 4 sign 16 degree 23 arc minute. We convert it, we receive 8123. We divide it by 200, we receive 40.915. We subtract 36 because it is 12 into 3 and we receive 4.915 years for Mars. Similarly, for Mercury is 7 sign past 13 degree 13 arc minute. We convert it into minutes is 13,393. Divided by 200, we are receiving 66.965. And net is after subtracting 60 6.965 years. Similarly, Jupiter is one sign past 15 degree. So one sign is we get 2700 divided by 200 we are receiving 13.5. We subtract 12 from it so we receive 1.5 years for Jupiter. Venus is 8 sign past 21 degree. Converted we receive 15,660 minutes. Divided by 200 we receive 78.3. We subtract multiple of 12 so we receive 6.3 years for Venus. For Saturn it is 3 sign past 21 degree 47 arc minute. We convert it into minute, it is 6707. Divided by 200 we receive 33.535. We subtract 24 from it, we receive 9.535 years. Here in Amshayu, we have to do the calculation for Lagna also. So we have converted it into minutes, divided by 200, we receive 35.21. We subtract multiple of 12, we receive 11.21 years. So Lagna contributed 11.21 years. Now we have calculated the gross age granted by each of the planet. Then we'll apply Bharan to it. Now we have calculated the gross age on each planet, so we'll calculate the Bharan individually on each planet and we'll apply the maximum Bharan to that particular planet if it is receiving more than one Bharan at a time. So I have placed D1, D9 and D3 chart for quick reference. So let's take Sun in D1. This is D1. So Sun in D1 is in Scorpio. So neither exalted nor retrograde. Similarly, Moon is in Capricorn, neither exalted nor retrograde. Mars, Leo, neither exalted nor retrograde. Mercury, Scorpio, neither exalted nor retrograde. Jupiter is in Taurus and is retrograde, so we multiply 1.5 into 3, 4.5. Venus, Saturn are also neither exalted nor retrograde. Now we'll check planet in own sign for D1, D3 and D9. D1, none of the planet is in own sign. D3 also, none of the planet is in own sign. And D9. In D9, Sun is in own sign, so we multiply its age into 2. Moon is not, and now Venus is in own sign in D9. So we multiply Venus 6.3 into 2 is 12.6. And Saturn is also in Capricorn, which is its own sign. So we multiply 9.5 535 into 2, 1907. And Vargottam planet. Vargottam planet is a planet which is having same sign, zodiac sign in D1 and D9. So Sun is not, Moon is not, Mars is Vargottam. Since it is in Leo in D1 and Leo in D9, so we multiply its age 4.915 into 2, 9.83. Jupiter is also Vargottam, so we multiply its age by 2. Venus and other planet are not Vargottam, so these are the Bharans we have calculated. Sun, only one Bharan is applicable, so age remains same. Moon, no Bharan, so same age. Mars, Bharan, only one, same Bharan. Mercury, no Bharan, same age. Jupiter is having two Bharans. One is giving 3 years, another is 4.5. So we will use the maximum one. So we will use 4.5. Venus only one Bharan, 12.6. Saturn one Bharan, 19.07. Lagna remain as it is. We have completed the Bharan. After that, we will apply the Haran. We calculate the Haran on the age received after Bharan. So whatever age value we have received here, we'll apply Haran on those. And if any planet is having more than one Haran, then only the maximum Haran will be applicable. Chakrapath Haran, we know that if it is in the visible half, so Sun is not in the visible half, Sun is not applicable. Moon is in the visible half, means 7th house. So, and it is a benefic, so it will lose 1/12. So, 10.68 divided by 12 is 0.89. After that, Jupiter is placed in the 11th house, so it will lose 1/4 of its age. 4.5 divided by 4 is 1.125. Other than that, none of the planets are in visible half, so Chakrapatharan will not be applicable. Astangatharan, only Mercury is combusted by Sun, so it will lose its age by 2. So Mercury 6.965 divided by 2, 3.48. Rest of the planets are not combust. After that, Shatru Kshetraharan. Shatru Kshetraharan, we see that only Saturn are in Shatru Kshetra and then Jupiter are in Shatru Kshetra. Venus consider Moon and Sun. Saturn consider Moon, Sun and Mars, and Jupiter consider Mercury and Venus. This Saran is not applicable on retrograde planet. Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Mars all are in friendly sign. Jupiter is retro, although present in Shatru Kshetra, but it is retrograde. That's why this Saran is not applicable. Then Saturn lose 1/3, so 19.06 divided by 3 is 6.35. So Sun remains 8.45. Moon is 10.68 minus 0.89, so 9.79. After that, Mars no Haran. Mercury loses its value half, so it will have 3.485 after subtracting gross age minus Haran. Jupiter loses 1.125 from gross age, so it will give 3.375. Venus 12.6 remain as it is, no Haran. Saturn loses 1/3, so 19.06 minus 6.35, 12.71. Lagna remains same. So if we add all these, we will receive 71.64 Amsha Ayu. If we converted it into month and days, so it is 71 years, 7 months and 20 days. Received this, we converted it into the solar years. So 71.64 into 360 divided by 365.25. So we, after calculating, we receive 70.61 years. If we convert fraction 0.61 into months and year, we receive 70 years, 7 months and 9 days. Thank you.